See, I've always been prideful and using my fists. Not to say I didn't ever have anything on me, but I wouldn't use it. It was more like, it's just more for precaution.
Yeah.
But, we're getting in knife fights with our fists. And it's just a bit, looking back, say, what was I doing, man? And, for building these knives, flinging around and missing your neck and all that, and we're going back home laughing. And it's just like, it's mad times. It's mad times of.
Welcome to From Rock Bottom, the podcast where we explore real stories of struggle, survival, and strength. Each weekly episode features honest conversations with people who faced mental health battles, addiction, trauma, and life's darkest moments, and found a way to rise again. A quick content warning: some of the topics we discuss may be distressing or triggering. We talk openly about mental health, addiction, and other sensitive issues. Please listen with care, and if you need to, take a break or reach out for support. You're not alone, and this space is here to remind you of that.
Boom, and we are on. Today, I'm honoured to be joined by professional boxer Hosea Stewart. He's had anything but a perfect life, turbulent school life, marked by racism and exclusion, to brushes with street crime and the police. But then he found his purpose in boxing, and he's sat here today to tell us his story. Hosea, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, I appreciate you travelling this way, mate.
Oh, good man, it's took a while.
Yeah, we got there in the end. Yeah, I had to threaten you into it.
I move quick then.
Right, mate, just like everyone, I like to start from the start, from your childhood. Go from there.
Born to a family of 6, plus another 2 sisters from my dad. I'm the only boy, the youngest. So yeah, it was pressure from them.
Yeah.
But born in Swindon, moved to Handsworth.
How was it growing up as the only lad in all these sisters? And we know I'm a dad of 3 girls. I know how girls are, mate.
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
But it was all good. It's like having additional mums. So
Okay.
there's pros and cons. They all feel like they can tell me something and
Yeah.
keeping on to me, but at the same time I'm always making sure I've got food there.
Born in Swindon.
Yeah, and moved to Handsworth. But back to Handsworth with all like my family and stuff. That's where my dad's side's from. So I moved back to there. Then when I was about 5, we moved to Wolves. Then moved around Wolves for a little bit, probably about 4 or 5 different addresses, and then settled.
Yeah.
Started school there. And it was different at first, coming from Handsworth. Just multicultural, you got everyone and everything there. Black kids, white kids, Asians, Chinese, Somalians, there's all different ethnic backgrounds,
Yeah.
religions and stuff. And I came to Wolves, and the first place I come to was Belston. And yeah, it was completely different. I was like one of the only black kids in the school. But it started off alright. And then instantly got into a fight. Just in the canteen, was young. And the guy at the time, I'm cool with him now. But at the time he was about 3 years older than me. I just come bust into the canteen, made a beeline for me. Whoom, straight in my nose. That's the first time I've ever bled.
How big was you when you was this age? Because you're a fucking unit now, aren't you?
I went too big then. I was a little bit bigger than the other kids, but I still looked my age.
Okay.
But from there I just blacked out, beat the shit out of him. And then that was the start of my many fights.
What, and he just made a beeline for you for no reason?
Never seen him in my life. I just remember the door busting open and just going straight for me. Boom! Straight in my nose. And before that, my mum and my sisters always used to tell me, if anyone puts their hand on you, make sure you hit them back. They're onto me, and I'm thinking, no one ain't just gonna hit me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait 2 minutes for man, relax. And I was like, make sure nobody's sit here. Or, if the teachers would call mum in and say, it's play fighting a bit. They make sure, if it is play fighting, make sure it's play fighting. But if anyone does hit you, you fight back. Don't care who it is, how many of them there is, defend yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
Do you think that's the right way to go about it?
100%.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, especially being a male, and a big male, I've seen people try it, and it's like, a little line, how far can I take it? And because I'm always laughing and I'm smiling and stuff, instantly, unless you know me like that, nobody looks and thinks, he's going to be a monster. But I look the part, but I'm always laughing and smiling, so it's like, yeah, you know, easy target. I can look good.
That's what I mean. Like, people can target you and they go, how tall are you?
So yeah, 6'3", but 6'4" my trainers.
And what do you weigh?
Too much at the minute.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're a big fella, and you're jolly as well. So people are going to think, you know what, he's a big fella, I'm going to look good dropping him. Yeah. And he's jolly, so we ain't going to do anything back.
Exactly, but...
Big mistake.
Big mistake. But yeah, so from there, all the different schools I moved to, it was always the same. Obviously, I come in, and I'm always this happy kid playing, messing around. Then somebody always thought, let me try it with him. And then they nitpick. Then they try to put their hands on me. And then from there, again, I just got a blackout, put hands on them. I always get in trouble as well. But yeah, it just continued. But yeah, it was just one of them. It always used to happen. And then...
How come you was always moving school?
My mum used to move a lot.
Okay.
Until the last time we moved, when was that? The last time we moved was 2005. And then that's the longest I've ever stayed in a place. I would stay there till I was 21, or 21, then I moved out. Obviously my son, but we'll get to that. But yeah. So went to all these different schools, and when I went to my main primary school that I stayed at for the longest, starting off, that was the first time again I experienced racism. My mum always used to tell me, like, you know, you ain't better than nobody, no one's better than you, don't look at anyone different and stuff.
So did your mum kind of prepare you for it?
Yeah. But again, I just thought, what's wrong with these? That way they keep telling me about all this stuff, that everyone's got to fight back and don't look at anyone different and everyone calls you this, and I thought, you know, that ain't never gonna happen. Then after that, I think it was like my second or third day, this kid called me a black man, I said, and there's this, again, I just thought, gee, it's real? But I had to switch, put hands on him.
Yeah.
And then, just a few like other times, and it's just, it made it real then, and I thought, damn.
How does it make you feel though, someone being racist to you for no reason?
This used to get me mad, you know, because I never understood it as a kid. Yeah. Can't speak for everyone else, but I grew up in a very multicultural family. We've got white people in my family, we've got Pakistanis, you know, we've got people that practice Buddhism. I'm meant to be we've got Chinese, me from my granddad, on my mum's side, and it's like, my great granddad, sorry. So it's like, I've always been around all these different people. I've never looked at anybody as, you're this, you're that. It's just,
but that's the
family, innit?
That's the thing with racism, innit? Like, as kids, you don't see colours.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You might, like, my kids, like, where my kids are from a very white area, and there's like a handful of black children there, and to them it's just, they're black and okay, sounds. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing to it, they don't see anything to it, do you know what I mean? Kids don't see racism or colours, they just see, as a kid, who's just different colour, and that's that. Yeah. It shows that like racism's like made at home.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely is. And that was explained to me early, and I used to just think, I'm probably never going to experience this, and I don't see it, so why would anyone else see it? And then it happened, and I thought, damn. But, school was fun though, when I went getting kicked out or whatever. Yeah. I did genuinely enjoy it. I liked learning all the different stuff that we used to do. We used to go on trips and stuff and have all these different little events and that happen in the school. But because of the fights, always get kicked out, and then the label got put on me then, especially because from about the age of 7, that's when I really started growing behind my peers. My family always laugh. They come to one of my school plays and they said it looked like a dad sat with all these little kids. And I sat with all my friends and they're like at my shoulders. And this is me as a kid. And they was just laughing like, they don't even look like they're in the same age. They probably look like they're in nursery. And you look like you're in year 1, year 2. So obviously a label got put on me then, big kid. Always fighting everyone and stuff, but most of the time I was fighting was older kids. Yeah. And it's just, again, I just had to learn to get violent. I never wanted to be violent or try to be a bad man or anything like that. It's just go through life. I want to laugh, I want to smile, I want to mimic my cartoons that I watch and whatever. And the people are always pushing your buttons, so you have to react, because I noticed the kids that didn't, it continued.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody else to try it and look and think, he didn't respond, let me try it. And then somebody else to look at, oh, he didn't respond to him, let me try it. And then they get stuck in a horrible whirlwind where then you become a bully victim.
Yeah.
But
It's hard to get out of them.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Especially once everybody's onto you, then it's like then you're probably stuck in a little situation where you probably feel like you're fighting against the world.
Mm-hmm.
Even though maybe a few flipping silly kids that are trying it, but you know, in terms of like school or like, you know, playing out and stuff, it might seem like damn, I'm consumed everywhere I go, people on it. But yeah, so I had to make sure that was shut down. And that wasn't me. So,
Did it ever bother you within yourself, like, fucking hell, like I'm different to everyone here, I wish I was more like everyone?
sometimes I always knew, like, especially because of my size, always knew then from the get go, I've got a target on my back now.
Yeah.
The first time that happened, when the guy come in and punched me in my mouth, I thought, yeah, this is gonna continue now.
Yeah.
It's from nothing.
Just like being a young lad as well, and you know lads are targeting you because you're black. Obviously, at that age, you don't know any different. I've spoke to other lads who have gone through it, and they said, like, they wish they were white sometimes, just to be left alone. Was you ever like that, or just...
Oh, no.
Nah.
I'm strong on my roots, and
Yeah.
I've always been black and proud.
Yeah, hey, no, there's no doubt about that, but sometimes, for some lads I spoke to, they ain't been units like you, but it's just like, it's been that bad for them. They wish they were white and then just like the background like everyone else.
And luckily it's a family I got around me. Like I said, my mum's always instilled that in me that you're no different to anyone else. No one else is any different to you. They ain't better than you ain't better than them. But be proud of who you are, where you come from, your roots, your Jamaican heritage and whatnot. And it's just like, yeah, so I just stood on that and I thought, yeah man, take that pride to the grave.
Hey, it's just a colour at the end of the day, and it means fuck all.
exactly.
It's how you are as a person.
100% man.
So, your home life, how was it being with your mum? Was it everything normal childhood? Or?
Yeah, normalish. Obviously, when we moved to Handsworth, due to my dad's lifestyle, my mum and dad was together since my mum was 16.
Okay.
They had me when she was 32, my dad was 34. And yeah, so they was together for a long time, but the home life was good. Obviously, we weren't well off.
Yeah.
6 kids on our own. Sometimes working 2-3 jobs at the same time, going from one job to the other job to the other job. And then my older sisters, because there's quite an age gap, they used to look after us quite a lot. So yeah, it was fun. But yeah, we just made do with what we had, man.
Yeah.
And it was just, yeah, take every day as it comes. And just learn to be siblings without so much technology and stuff as well at the time. And yeah, we got a real close bond, man. Got a real close family, so it was good.
So obviously, I know times are different now, and people are talking about it more. But like mental health, growing up, what was your understanding of that? Non-existent.
Non-existent. Get on with it.
Yeah.
Don't cry about it. If you don't like something, fix it. Do something about it, or you need to change that. You know, it's just them old school things. Dust yourself off and move along. But we didn't really touch on it.
Yeah, times are different now, ain't it? Yeah, times
maybe.
are different. Like back then, same as when I was growing up, I got 5 brothers, and it was just kind of like, just get on with things.
Yeah, had to.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So then, going back to school, you was excluded when you was 14.
Well, a few times before that, but yeah, that was the last straw. Yeah, again, just due to fighting and being portrayed as this menace to society. But yeah, it was just a build up. Like I say, in primary school, I was used to fight. It was always older kids or numerous, but I'd always get kicked out. So it's like, you know, that got me. That's where I started giving zero fucks, because I just used to think, yo, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to just go about school how everyone else goes about school, but I'm forever defending myself. And then when I do defend myself, I'm forever defending myself against somebody else saying, oh, you shouldn't have done that, you should have walked away, or you hurt them too much or something. It's like, oh, what am I meant to do? So I slowly started to slip into, you know, fuck it, whatever happens. I do what I gotta do. Well, I still did enjoy school. I just kept spiraling. Then obviously when I got into secondary school, like towards the end of primary school, it kind of stopped a little. I'd have 1 or 2 fights, but kind of stopped because obviously everyone knows me now. And it's just it's all good. No one's got anything to prove, and you can't prove anything. You're about to get your ass beat. So just have fun and live your life. But then go in secondary school again.
It's not
It's just me and my sisters, and then it's a whole bunch of new people, new boys from all different areas and whatever. And then same thing again. Everyone's like, who's this big guy? Whispers going, oh, I bet you couldn't fight him.
Still with the racism as well?
Little bits. It was more from like teachers and that we call it systematic.
Yeah.
And you know, funny thing, 2 teachers actually. One was a white guy. He was actually from the ends as well, and he come and warn me. And he's like, you know, he said, I know you ain't problems because I've had you in my classes, but in our staff meetings, your name's first. You know what I mean? It's like, out of all the kids, it's like there's no kids that don't do their work, don't, you know, swear at teacher, throw shit. You're the first name that comes up, and he's like, I've had you in my classes and I know you fine. You get on with your work, you'll laugh a bit and whatever, but yeah, straight away. Who do we need to keep an eye on this week or this term? Straight away, Hosea Stewart. I'm thinking, well, he said, you need to understand, you're big, you're black, you stand out. So anything you do, even if you laugh a little, straight away it seems like a big uncle,
Yeah.
you know, like a big thing's going on. But straight away you stand out, you're there. When the others do it, they're all on the same kind of level, blend in, and it's just kind of look past like, oh, it's a group of them. So it's not, no one's really singled out. And I was thinking, can't be that bad. And then another teacher came, one black guy, and I used to cuss him because he always used to sing with me anytime I did anything in class. Time to tell my friend and say something, Jose, what's wrong with this guy? And if I laughed, Jose, and I kept telling him, I said, yo, you know what? I've never been one to threaten teachers or anything, but I thought, this man keeps bothering me. I'm gonna have to do something to stick it on him on the days, you know. So next time he calls me, I'm gonna stick it on him. And I was like, yeah, I'll stay. I was like, nah. So, and then the one time he's calling me back and he's like, Jose, you stay back with me. I thought, you know what, here he is. I said, you got carry on, man, let me chat to him. And then he sat down and he said, you know why I'm on to you? And then I flipped on him and I said, yo, why you always troubling me for? I said, do I misbehave in class? And he's like, nah. And I said, exactly. I said, I don't swear, I don't refuse to do my work, going over all this stuff. And he's just like, listen, I said, let me stop you there. He said, you know when we have meetings, he said, you know who's the first name that comes up? Yours. And I sat back again and I thought, shit, didn't other teachers told me that. And he said, and like he just said, do you refuse to do anything? Do you trouble me? Do you do anything out of the ordinary? But he said, your name's coming up first. And he's like, you know why? I was like, why? He's like, because you're a big black man, you're a big black kid, but he's like, you stand out, everybody's watching you, even if you ain't doing anything. It looks like you're doing something because you're just there, you can't miss you. When you talk, you got a deep voice from flipping the age of 12. All the other kids, hey, they're high pitched voices, you know, they all blend in. You hear me, roar. Straight away, you know, it gets their attention, and it's like, I've seen it a million times, all the schools that I've been to in Aston and Redwell. He said, there's been 1,001 kids like you where they ain't even trying to do bad, but because now that target's on their back and they've got that reputation, any slight little thing now, it's big, it's massive. Other kids can throw chairs and swear and fight or whatever, smoke, and bring drugs in. It's kind of, oh, leave him, he's misunderstood. You look like a man, you sound like a man. So when you do something, it's like, oh, he should know better, he shouldn't do that, he's planned that, he's trying to, you know. And it kind of sunk in then, and I did try, but again, got into fights, people tried, and I got kicked out then but then I had to move school again. It's just the same thing, we just kept repeating, but it got worse. When I did reach year 9, that was the 1 year, I would say I was a bit too, I stopped caring then, fully. So, yeah, I would kind of mess around, and once I thought my back was up, straight away I get on the defence, because I just thought, you know what, I ain't trying anymore, whatever happens, so I just kick off, and then call my sister to calm me down. I'm thinking, but you call in my sister to sort me out from so big and menacing, and a few things happened, strangled a few people, and it brought me into a meeting with my mum.
What was your mum saying about all this when you keep getting kicked out of schools and that?
She could slightly understand it, But obviously being a man, she don't want me involved in anything like that. So she's always telling me, oh, you need to walk away or tell your teachers first. Or, you know.
You look soft when you're walking away. And
those, and I'm
it's just going to carry on.
I'd never tell my kids walk away.
Yeah.
Because I know the effect that's going to have after.
Mm-hmm.
The minute you walk away from someone saying or doing something, like I said, everybody else is looking. Thinking, oh, you got away with it, I can say something.
Yeah.
Remember, kids don't know how to express themselves and control their emotions, so the one day you're feeling off, you might think, oh, I gotta take it on someone. I'm saying something to him or her, and nothing happens. We say, yeah, I got that out of my system. I can use them again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it shouldn't be like that. But yeah, it's cold in school now. This is after a few things. I got in a fight with 4 boys. All of them were older, and they all got dealt with from starting with me. But because they was all bruised up and whatever, that was after I strangled another guy. Sounds crazy what I say. But yeah, they sat down. There was these 2 officers that used to work around the schools and around the street and stuff. And yeah, they sat down and wrote off a list of things. Oh, we had a fight on this day, and he hit this one on that day, and oh, he strangled this one, strangled that one. And I started strangling people because I thought, you know what, I'm going to stop leaving bruises on everybody. I'm just going to
just straight up hand marks around the neck.
Get my hands on them. While forgetting, yeah, he leaves marks. And got to the point now where the police said, you know, if the press charges, that's attempted murder. I was like, what? I ain't trying to kill no one. And I said, you know what, if you put your hands on someone's neck, you're restricting their airways, that's attempted murder. Like, whether you mean it or not, that's what it is. And I thought, shit. They said, luckily they're not going to, but this is the 3rd time now. I thought, damn, this is the 3rd time it could happen. And I was like, yeah, but nobody did. Rightfully so, because they deserved it. You don't want to trouble people, put your hands on them and expect nothing to happen back. But maybe there's better ways I could have went about it. But yeah, I got no regrets there. But yeah, they reeled it after my mum and they said, you know, it's bad, it's this and that. And what hit me the most is to say, oh, it's a menace to society. You know, and the whole time mum was in the interview, well, not in the interview, so in their meeting, she was looking at me. My mum pushes her lips out, yeah, it's serious.
Well, the fact they're calling you a menace to society as well. For me, if you're getting called that, you think of the film.
Yeah, that's
what you know what I mean? That's straight up like, yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I got cussed. I know why mum cussed me. I went to stay with my dad for about three or 4 weeks while I was kicked out from school. Yeah, she was, at that point, she was like, yeah. But,
was you behaving out of school?
Nah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was slowly, not intentionally, like so I've never like tried to be a bad man or never thought, oh, let's get involved in this or that. It's just happened. It's in the end, all your friends are about and whatever. Everyone gets joined up and so something happens, it spirals out, and to that bit, and then becomes you're against them. And no, that's how it normally builds up. Usually, some people are different, but that's my situation. But when I come back, I was trying again in school. I went to a new school, and it was going well. But the one day I come home, and yeah, my mum just got off the phone, and I was trying to chat to her. I'm like, oh yeah, how's it been? She's ignoring me. I was turning around, I was seeing her face. I just lapped onto her. I'm like, you good? And she's like, you know what you done? And I'm baffled at this point because it's like, I ain't done nothing. So it's like, what's going on? I said, the school's just calling me, you know what you've done? It's like, I don't know what I've done. Like, what have I done? I've just come back from school. Everything's fine. It's like, it ain't fine. They said, you not to come back again. And my heart dropped. I thought, what? Like, that's serious? I don't come back at all. Like, I'm not excluded for a week or 2 weeks or whatever. Don't come back. Then yeah, turns out flipping some supply teacher, after nothing happened, he's gone back and told them that threatened to scratch his car or put paint on it or something. That made me switch. The one thing, I'll always own up to what I've done. If I've done something, there's a reason. Like I said, it might not be the right thing to do, but I've done it because of X, Y, Z. If I get punished for it, cool. If I don't, whatever, but I'm never gonna lie or deny something. If I tell you I'm gonna slap you or when I see you what's gonna happen, I'll admit that. I'll say it with my chest because I'm looking to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like, scratch his car or put paint, something like that, vandalise his car or something. Because I don't know the man. That's the first time I met him. I don't know what his car looks like. And he ain't done me nothing to vandalise his car. If I wanted to do him something, I'd punch him up. But that didn't work in my favour telling him that, because it just sounded like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to hurt him. But yeah, so that spiraled out. I wasn't having none of it. And I was just like, that really flipped me on the edge then, because I just thought, what's the point in trying? It's just, anytime you try, I get knocked back on over
Yeah.
4 steps.
You're getting punished and you're doing nothing wrong.
And then especially being quite loud, I thought, I thought these are, they didn't even do none of my exams or anything. Then that's when the roads really started creeping.
So you left school, no qualifications?
Nah, nothing. I done one exam, they called me for my RE exam. No, 2, sorry, RE and my physics exam.
The most important two then, yeah?
You know what I'm saying? Exactly that.
Yeah.
Didn't hear nothing in year 11, that was in year 10. So in year 11, I didn't hear one thing. I was just in, got these things called like re-entry and stuff.
Yeah.
I was just in and out in all different re-entries throughout the city. It was good, but it was bad because I'm making connections. I'm getting to know different people from different areas as well. And but I started, my cousin tried to get me in boxing then. I was about 15, and I went a few times. But it's just too far, like, 15, going to Warsaw. That was down at Plek.
Yeah.
So, like, trying to go to Warsaw, been 3 times a week or 4 times a week. Yeah, it weren't really working, and obviously, like I said, I'm just starting to get involved in the roads, and we're up and down everywhere and stuff. We're trying to do music as well at the same time. And then, we started connecting with different people around the city. And from there, it just started spiraling. Obviously, everyone from different parts of the city, they've all got different problems. So, as good as it was, like, our music was starting to get out there, it was getting known in the city and everything. But yeah, at the same time, all the other rubbish started spilling in. I'm going to different towns, going Warsaw, Dudley, Brum. I'm just, having little altercations with people. And our name's getting out even more. Just spiraling, but it was fun at the time, You're not really looking into anything that...
Yeah, don't think of the future either, just living in the moment.
Happening.
Kids being kids.
Yeah, I'm doing music, just get around, everyone's doing whatever. But it started to get deep.
What kind of shit were you getting into?
Just big bros and whatever. And people getting, obviously everyone doing their little hustles and stuff. Some of the guys there line up people and whatever, and it's just, we just keep spiraling. But
did you ever find like people are calling you in as the muscle? Like, oh, I'll get Jose on you,
100%. And but you know what I've realised?
I'm gonna do it after this, to be fair.
Don't
I get Jose on you.
Don't blame me. I'm retired. I'm tired of my family, man. But it was just, I went looking into it too deep about the meaning of certain things. It's just, like I said, it's fun with all your friends, making music, going to do videos everywhere, linking up with girls and stuff. So it was fun. But obviously we started beefing like grown men and older guys, and it was just that's where it really started spiraling now.
Yeah, you find out then they've been in the game longer and they're more organised.
Yeah. Well, we had them on ropes. But obviously, I've always been prideful and using my fists. Not to say I didn't ever have anything on me, but I wouldn't use it. It was more like, it's just more for precaution.
Yeah.
But, we're getting in knife fights with our fists. And it's just a bit, looking back and say, what was I doing, man? And there's knives flinging around and missing your neck and all that, and we're going back home laughing. And it's just like, it was mad times.
Yeah.
It's mad times, but obviously, like I said, I always had boxing in my mind from then, so it was always there. I wanted to try it. I went back again when I was about 16.
So when you was going inconsistently, when you was going to placate BC, how was you finding it then?
I loved it,
Yeah.
And it was so different because when I was 14, that's the first time I ever knocked out a big man, out cold. And again, stems from playing racism. It was I'm all getting ready to go to a party, so we were linked up in town, once in location just in case. But We were all linked up in town, but there was only me and like 2 of my boys, and then I had like 2 of their little cousins with them. So we're 14, they're like 12, and then we got a few girls with us. So it's like we weren't in town squadded up or, you know, looking for anything.
Yeah.
And then a big group of men must have been coming from the football. And they were there chanting, yeah, make up noise. And my friend, like an idiot, drew their attention. He's like, yeah, come on, Wolves. So they all got excited, yeah, and they stood in the road chanting. But obviously we're not moving, cool, waiting for someone. So they're all happy, but they're making a lot of noise. We couldn't even hear each other talking next to each other. So he's turned around again. He's like, yo, all right, shut up now, lads. Go on, keep it moving. And then it switched. And the ball going, yeah, come on then, fuck off, yeah. So I'm laughing, I'm like, oh, they're drunk, man, don't pay no attention. So we're just carrying on anyway. And then the big one steps forward. A big bald guy. He's going, yeah. Right at the bottom of the stairs. He's like, come on then, you black bastard. And then I switched. I was like, huh? And then, yeah, you know them little motorcycle gloves with the knuckles on it?
Yeah.
When one of the girls sat down and I said, yo, give me my gloves. I put them on. When I've gone down the stairs, I've noticed how big he is. I remember from the age of 13, 14, I was about, well, this height, not as like broad, but yeah, from then I was about 6'1", 6'2". And this guy towered over me. He was big, broad. I'm just looking, thinking, shit. Like, that's one of the first times I thought, because I'm always used to people like, you know, about 3 years older than me or whatever.
Yeah, and a teenager.
When I touch them, they're dropping and I didn't think nothing of it. And so this guy I'm looking at, I'm thinking, it's a grown man. And there's not the same, there's another 7, 8 big guys around and they're all, yeah, shouting. And I thought, how am I gonna, I need to put him out, or if I do try getting a little scrap with him, God knows what else is gonna come from the sides and stuff.
Why didn't you leave it?
I'm young. Pride.
Yeah. Do you think once you committed, you're like, fuck, I'll go through this now, you know?
It's a dangerous thing, and obviously knowing, previously experiencing racism and never letting it slide, and just knowing how scummy it is. It's not just a simple thing, oh, you idiot.
Yeah.
I laugh at that, yeah, cool. But to then bring race into it and the aggression as well, so it's like you meant that. You didn't just say it when like, oh, you fool, you meant it. So, yeah, at that moment, you're just thinking, what? I gotta do something. But, so I've kicked him, and I've come back with one hook and dropped him. And I tried him hit the concrete, and I thought he was dead. So I've gone to run up the stairs, and then as I've gone to turn, my friends jumped over my shoulder onto the other guy, do whatever. So I've gone to turn around again and join my king, I ain't gonna leave them.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, a couple of his friends have sobered up. Oh, and they're pulling him away. Oh, it ain't mean it, he's just drunk. I'm thinking, yo. So I just had to grab them. I'm like, oh, come. Get out. And it's like, yeah, from then, that made me feel like, you know what? Even big men can get it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my confidence was sky high then. That's where any kind of like fear of situations went. I just thought, yo, I'm taking out.
You can handle yourself.
So, been hoodies up with blades, it's nothing. But boxing, that's when I really realised that there's a whole new game to, just achieving something.
Yeah. Whole art to fighting.
Yeah, because I went in the gym and there was one traveller guy in there. And my cousin was like, oh, you mind getting some rounds with my cousin? And the man didn't look like anything. He went big, he went muscled up and stuff. Obviously at that age, you don't understand muscle.
You just look at size, don't you? And go, yeah.
So I'm looking at this one, I'm thinking, oh, he's a second guy, sparring. Got in there and straight away up and threw a bomb and it's landed flush on his head and the man didn't blink and straight away I just thought, yo, it ain't moving, it ain't blink. He's nodding and smiling and say, yeah, good shot. He's walking me down on the floor. This is levels, And like, we had a good little spar, but that excited me then because I just threw my hardest punch at this guy straight away, landed clean and nothing happened. The man smiled and he's enjoying it, like he's not taking it personal. He didn't frown or switch or anything. He just smiled, carried on.
Did that humble you?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
I know we got gloves on, but you can still feel knuckles, and you know, after padding's probably knocked out in the middle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hit that man with something serious, and I just thought, wow, I'll hit people with that. Yeah, so yeah, so excited, man. I thought I'd love to try it, but at that time I didn't know you could just go to a gym and become a boxer. I thought, I don't know how I thought you became a boxer. I just thought you're a boxer. Everyone on TV, Lennox Lewis, you know, we always used to watch all the big fights. So my family was Lennox Lewis. We always used to watch Marvin Hagler and stuff. And yeah, it was exciting, but I didn't know there was just any guys from the same kind of neighborhoods as me and stuff, and they can just get in the ring. I was watching the Olympics at the time, and I seen AJ. I thought, yo, he's a British fighter as well. And I was like, yeah, it's from London, this and that. You know, it's like, you know, it's been lapped up and everything.
Yeah.
And I thought, how was he boxing? And they're like, yeah, he just come to the gym, and then that's when it really got to me. Then I thought I could box. I'm still preoccupied with all this stuff on the side. But yeah, things just kept happening, spiraling out, and then that's when I found myself in a bit of a dark place. And I started to realise that some of the thoughts I'm having ain't good. It's not normal.
What were you thinking?
I needed to handle business, put it that way. Made a few calls and stuff, and things was ready to go down a darker path than what I'm on now.
So you wanted to harm someone, we'll say
Yeah.
that, okay.
And I remember, won't mention no names, but I was speaking to my people and they're older, and they're talking to me like, are you sure? Like, you know, you could do this and you could do that and we can sort stuff. I'm like, nah, I want to do it. And they're like, yeah, what? You know, you could get into boxing and, you know, trying to give me some wisdom. Not putting me off, but,
Yeah.
you know, still just putting it there like, you know, you can.
There's a way of, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, nah, where I'm at now, something needs to be like, I need to do something. But, yeah, everything for a reason.
So you wanted to go all the way with this guy?
Yeah, got a group of them. That's what I mean, like, it just spiraled out and it's just, it wasn't getting good, and I could realise myself, even though I'm in that space, I'm realising, oh, this ain't normal. Like, that's a big thing. And yeah, the next day, or like that same week, was at this, what would you call it? Like that, I went back to like this, like out of college thing to get all my grades and everything like that. And like, you know, they wanted me to do all different courses. And I said, I want to get into sports. Like, if it ain't going towards boxing, I'm not really interested, I'll be honest with you. So whatever you put forward, I probably ain't going to turn up. So it was like, we don't do sports. And I was like, oh, it's no point me being here. But then one of the guys knew the owner of Firewalker. He was family with him actually. And he said, you know, he said, listen, so you stress me. So I want you to come in and get your grades or whatever. So I'm going to talk to my cousin. He's a fighter and stuff. And I thought, right then. He's like, yeah, I'm going to try and get you there for a placement, and then maybe you can get an apprenticeship or whatever, but you got to get all your like English and maths and like, you know, your core stuff done first. So I thought, you know what, let me give it a little go. And yeah, I went down Firewalker. Actually, my friend that's here with me, he started taking me down to where he was training, Graiseley Boxing. And we started getting some work there. And I was loving it, man. Starting to get back in the gym. So I go every time with him and we get down the gym and that. I was enjoying it. So like, yeah, I was fixed on trying to box. But again, my confidence was there. I was feeling good. You know, there weren't no big guys.
Yeah.
And then finally come through and he said, oh yeah, he's gonna let you come down, have a placement, and then you know, see how it goes. Well, no, then after the placement first, said you can go down for an interview and have a little chat, see what you're about. So yeah, I went there, my shirt and tie and everything, trying to be all official. You know, he laughed at me when I come in. He was like, oh, B-roll. He was like, what do you do? I just told him that, yeah, I've got in a bit of trouble and whatever. Been kicked out of school, but yeah, I'm trying. I just want to box and achieve something in that and see where it gets. He's like, you know what, after a bit of a convo, he's like, you know, I like how you operate. He's like, I can see you want to do something, but you need a bit of push one. So he said, you know, I'll help you. So come now, give you a couple week placement, get your experience, and then what you'll have to do is train every time you come in on shift. I was like, yeah, alright then. So he's coming clean. Used to mop all the floors and everything, buff for the floors. And then I joined in like all the classes. I shadow all the classes and then joined in as well. And I used to love it. And then I got to the boxing because that's what I'm there for. I want to box. And yo, it was rough. The fitness was rough.
It's different kind of
Sparring was
fitness,
rough.
isn't it?
Because in that gym, it's mainly like K1 and Thai boxing back then as well. But their boxing fundamentals was on point. And then the heavyweight there, Big Dre. And I swear, I've never known anyone so fit and just, yeah, it made me feel useless. One. I thought, shit, this is levels. Because I thought I was getting good now, you know, I'm getting a bit fit, my technique's coming on a bit. And I still know I've got that power behind me. It's useless, he's in the ring dancing around, peppering me and stuff. And I thought, yeah, this is the place I need to be in. And just built on from there. I got my qualifications and everything, my personal training, all that stuff, and that helped me out. And then,
With you being burying yourself in the gym, did you leave all the crime stuff around? Like,
yeah,
or was you still?
it was slowly phasing out, and it was more predominantly music. Then, yeah, obviously, boxing, the commitment for boxing had to step up.
Yeah.
So then completely away from everything, didn't see anybody, didn't go nowhere, just literally from home to the gym, gym to home, home to the gym, gym to home, and that's all it was. And yeah, it was good. I remember they came to me and they said, do you want to fight? I was like, yeah. And I was like, no, do you want to fight for us? Because you're not just fighting, you're going to be going in championships. We want you winning, we want you fighting the best, we don't want you, we don't want to boost your ego on club shows and have you fighting bombs. We want you in the proper stuff and want you achieving proper stuff. Are you willing to do that? And I said, yeah, I want to be a world champion. It's alright, cool, you got championships in like 2 months. I was like, shit. We only had one fight at this point. And we was meant to have, you're meant to have minimum 3 bouts. And I've only had 1. So we was going to try to get fights for leading up to the championships. That didn't materialise. And we was threatening, we thought, we ain't going to be able to get in. So they said, you know, let's say you've had 2 fights before. So alright then, cool. So we got there, weighed in at championships. And luckily, like, the guy must have knew I was bullshitting. He was like, how many fights do you got? And he marked one down as a loss. I was like, hey, tell him to change it. Like, shut up, you fighting. Get out of it. I was like, alright then. But yeah, went in, won the Midlands. Had 2 fights in like 3 days. Won that. And just went on a run. Got to the national finals. And I got silver. Should have been gold. Yeah, I got silver. So it was just good.
How was it for you winning and
It was good, man, because it's
doing something good for once?
I loved it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's you know, you got that sense of achievement there. You're doing something, you're working towards something, the work that I'm putting in and getting results coming out of it. And yeah, it was fun going up and down the country, all these different guys that I'm fighting and stuff. And my name's getting out there already. And I'm thinking, damn. Just before the final, Ben Whittaker actually, because he used to train at the gym too, Anthony just showed on a video for me, wishing me good luck and all that. And that was massive, because I thought, AJ,
Yeah.
big, yo. It was mad because a couple of years ago I was just watching him in the Olympics, watching fight, you know, big fights like, you know, the Dillian White fight, Klitschko, and he's wishing me good luck. I'm like, oh. And then when Ben got back off TV, he was telling me, he was like, yo, when I was asking, he's like heavyweight that you keep posting. And he was like, I told him, he's like, oh, let me wish him good luck. And I thought, you know, respect to them both. And so yeah, that was a big eye opener. And then yeah, we took it into the elites then with the real big boys. Obviously, like, I'm still in my first year. I've had under 10 fights, and we're going in the elites in that same year. Like normally, fighters probably don't do that till they're about 15, 20 fights in, maybe about 3 years in their career. But yeah, 7 months in, it was like, when you do the ABAs, I was like, I'm gonna be ready for that. And they're like, yeah, of course. Like sparring Dre, sparring Solomon, Then I had the Canadian champion over at the time. Two-time Canadian champion at the time. He's won it again. And we went sparring down Pleck again. And it was a good sparring stuff, but the experience was different. He's just picking me up and he's just chilled. I'm the one that's really trying to push for something, and it was just comfortable. That was the difference between me being a novice and him being an international fighter.
Yeah, elite.
And I thought, I'm gonna get him. But the guy from our gym, Dre, tapped me and he's like, don't worry, big man, I'll get him. So I jumped in, don't let us spar. But when we got back, my coach sat down, we was in the office, and he was like, they're gonna call for you, innit? And I was like, take it. He's like, you sure? I said, well, take that. Then about 2 weeks passed, and he said, yeah, they're called for you. You sure? I said, yeah, man, we'll take that, man. I said, accept it. So I trained him for that. And it was just in my mind, he's good, man. He's good, he's skillful. But got there, and on the night, I don't know where the performance come from, but I picked him apart, I fought the whole fight with my hands down. All of my people was cussing me, get your hands off, what are you doing? I was just loving it, because it's just, I stopped thinking about it. The minute I got in the ring, I wasn't thinking about anything that happened before. It's just, we're here now. I've got to handle my business. Yeah, have fun with it, man. And then, I got the win on that. So that cemented it now. You're going in the elites. So, yeah.
How was it for you achieving these things? Like I said, like in the past you've been fighting, getting kicked out of school, then fighting lads with knives, pissing about, and then suddenly you're becoming someone. You're AJ, wishing you well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's different, man. It's good because anything before never led to anything. It just led to more downfalls.
Yeah, he's only going to end up dead or in prison.
Yeah. It's now fighting in front of, at the time, like hundreds of people, it's different. And I got a section of people shouting for me, yeah, go on. Then I got some people saying, take his head off. You got to balance all that.
Oh mate, I hate when you're fighting or at the boxing and they're shouting hit him.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck do you think I'm trying to do?
Go again.
Hit him, let's say. Cheers, man, I didn't think of that one.
No way. I didn't think of that one before, man, you're right. But, yeah, it's good, man. And especially with what happened before from the spar, it was levels apart, man. And it really dawned on me then. You put in the work and you apply yourself, good things happen.
Get the results.
And it's down to me. That fight was in my hands because of what I done. And it's refreshing to see because it's like I said, all my life really, I've tried to do good, but just because of whatever outside, small bad things keep coming, thinking, it's demoralizing, man. And you just think, that's why I got to a point, just fuck it, I'll do whatever, and whatever happens. But then now it's like, you do the right things, and the right things come off. So, it was good, man, and a little sense of achievement, name getting out there, winning fights and beating international level guys. It was exciting, and it was really starting to sink in that this could actually go somewhere. Like, it's not just, I'm not just in the gym training, it's going somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's exciting, and I was looking forward to the elites. And when I got put in that at the time, I fought the Canadian guy again to win the Midlands the second time. So now it was like, alright, was the first one a fluke? Or can you do it again?
Yeah.
And on the bigger stage, like that was on a club show, this is the championships now, so you have to beat him to go on. I beat him even better. It's like, damn, that was a performance. He was excited. And I had Ben and his dad and everyone shouting ringside, like, take him out, stop playing with him. Because, every time I heard him, I was like dancing around. I'm like, stop all that, knock him out. So it was good, man, good little experiences. And then obviously I've seen Ben on like the England teams and on GB. Then he went to the Commonwealths and stuff. So I thought, for me to be in the same championships as him, doing something right.
Yeah.
So, that was a big boost as well. And it's like, the two boys from Wolverhampton going to the championships and just getting through. And yeah, man, it was good, man. He was excited. So I love all that. So obviously, I won bronze on that. And That's when I got my first proper England coke. I went to a few like open England camps and stuff before that, but this is the first time now they've called me up. And they're like, yeah, when Hosea down, we want to potentially get him on the squad. I went down, done my thing, and it was fun. Again, it's a different experience. You know, you got all these different regional champions and guys that have come, you know, national champion and stuff. And it's like, oh, I'm here with all these guys. Like, I've only just started.
Yeah, these are big dogs, and they're all here.
And it's like, damn, I'm actually doing it, man. And it's exciting, it's fun. And I got my first England call up. And after that, they wanted me to represent them in the GBs. And obviously that's big then, because when you win that, you get your GB trial. And that's when you can really change your life then. And it's like, you know, you can become a full-time athlete, then you're getting paid to train 3 times a day in the best facility in the world, with all the best guys, you get to travel. So yeah, man, that was good.
Did you ever have any nerves like, I could lose this?
No.
No.
The one time I did was on my home show, and that was just after I come out the novice championships. And yeah, it was just different, obviously, all 3 the championships. I fought in Telford twice, and then after that, was it Doncaster, Manchester, Grantham. So I'm away from home, there's probably about 15 people there for me, my family travelling up and down. So there weren't really any pressure there.
Yeah.
I'm an unknown guy. I weren't even expected to get out the Midlands because, you know, he's only had 1 fight. Well, I'm paid for 3 fights, but he's only had 1 fight. All these guys have had borderline 10, 12 fights and stuff. And then when I got further in the championships, guys have got 15 and 20 fights. It's there was no pressure. Didn't have to win if I lost. So yeah, good effort.
Pressure's on them, isn't it?
Yeah. Whereas on the home show, it's in Wolves. Everyone's excited now, you know, I've just come out of the championships, now everybody wants to watch. And say, yeah, let's go see Jose. And everyone from the gym and all their families and stuff. So everybody knows all the Firewalker fighters, everyone's there for us, really. It's like, I'm the heavyweight, so I'm the last. So I'm technically the main event. And that pressure hit me then. All throughout the night, I was perfectly fine. I was watching the fights, I was excited, cheering everyone on. And then when the guys come and tap me, he's like, Jose, we call it after this fight, so you go get warmed up. And it hit me then, my energy just dropped. And like normally when I was warming up, I'd be sharp, you'd hear the pad, pow, pow. And I feel good. And that time I couldn't even bounce, my breath was heavy and everything. I thought, yo, what's going on, man? This is different, man. And it was only till I was walking through Dunstone, and then just as you get to where the ring and the crowd and everything is, the energy hit me then. And it all dropped, and I thought, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, that was nerve-wracking, man. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because I think it was just down to, I know all the eyes around me there.
Yeah, the expectation.
Like I say, every other time, don't know anybody. I've got a few family members and friends coming up and say, yeah, man, no pressure. I'm not even supposed to be there. Here, I'm supposed to be here. Everyone knows I'm fighting. I see my opponent walk in, some big Latvian guy, or Lithuanian, somewhere like that. And I thought, shit. I towered over, and just as he was weighing in as well, I'm like the corner, he's like, your guy's running a bit late, but he's weighed in at his gym, and he's 25 kilos heavier than Jose. Everyone's like, whoa, yo! So it was like, wow, who's this guy then? I've seen this massive man walking, him with his coach. I thought it was his coach at first. His coach towered over my guy. My guy was huge, but he coming in flipping jeans and a jacket. Then the coach came in a full tracksuit. So my coach tapped me and was like, I think that's your man there. And he was huge, and I thought, shit. So that added to it as well, because I say, yo, I'm fighting a giant on my home show. The first time I'm fighting in Wolves. I'm expected to perform in front of this. But yeah, luckily all that come off. It was fun, but yeah, man, the amateurs was fun. Just being out active, achieving something all the time. Like everything led to something, man. But I didn't know that in my second fight, I snapped my wrist. We thought it was a sprain, but I snapped it. It was a clean snap. And I kept fighting on it and doing strength. Remember, it's been a year and a half now by the time I got to the GBs. So the time keeps going. After every session, I have to ice it up and do all these wrist strengthening exercises. And it would help a little bit, but the pain was always there and it was weird. And I was gonna pull out the GBs just before I went out, on the day. Because he was warming up on the pads and I touched it and I said to the coach, oh, my hand's killing, like my wrist is throbbing, man. And I like him, and Mick Driscoll gassed me up and he said, oh, it's like, listen, lad. I said, you're here now because of you. Yeah, okay. So he's like, this is your time. He said, all your family's out there. We're expecting it. So you're patriotic. You got the England flag on your chest. Yeah. He just pumped me off and I was like, yo, you know what, let's go. He said, you gonna do it? So let's go. He was like, you gonna do it? So yeah, went out there, won that. So, you know, I'm excited now. Waiting for my GB trial and stuff. And we took one fight, went to Tottenham, and the first punch shot through my wrist. And the pain shot through my arm, and I thought, fuck. But obviously, being in the moment, it's just like, oh, fuck it.
Got no choice.
Carry on. And every time he kept catching me, and I try to throw it again. So it's double pain, I get hit on it, and I'm trying to counter with it. Yeah, it was rough, man, but it was a good fight though. And then, I lost that one on the split. And when I come out, took my hand out the glove, and my wrist was massive. The doctor looked and he was like, that's any job you need to go. No. But yeah, that was rough. That was my first real, remember, I've never, like, you know, I used to do football and stuff as a kid. I used to love that, but it was more so I couldn't get there all the time. And I started to lose over it, like, his teammates, nothing was really down to you.
Yeah.
And that's when stats and everything started coming in, so you just got to do mad amounts of runs just to do it. It's not leading to much, well, it is in a way, but it's not leading to much in the game. It's just, you got to run, you got to do this many steps, and you got to have this many bursts, and it's just like, you know, I want to play football, man, you know, fuck this. So kind of, still love football, but I fell out of love of playing, trying to play and take it serious and be a footballer and stuff. So I've never had a sporting injury or had to be sidelined from anything I'm doing. You know, I've been on this run from September 2016 right to the start of 2018. You know, I've been busy. I fought 16 fights in a year and a half. And it's like, you know, it's busy. It's good for heavyweight. I want to keep that going. I'm meant to be getting ready for my GB trials because I couldn't do it in January. Because at the time Fraser and Solomon was number 1 and 2, and they was in the camp in America. So obviously to do the assessment, you got to be assessed sparring and stuff like that. So yeah, I had to wait, and obviously took that fight in between. Wrist snapped, and yeah, I couldn't even lift a like 1 kilo dumbbell and lift it up. My strength was gone, and like an idiot, just because I was listening to the doctor and he said, so you're only going to be out for 6 weeks. Because he said where it did fracture, he said it was clean. If you would have left it at the time for 2 weeks, obviously I couldn't have done that because I was fighting. So if you would have left it, it would have healed and it would have been fine. But then it's kind of like jaggedy and stuff. So he said, we'll just like splint it together and it should be good in 6 weeks and you can get back to training. Obviously, I'm not sure he was aware of how heavy the training is. I'm lifting 48 kilo kettlebells. Yeah. Punching, flipping 18 stone men and heavy bags. So yeah, I kept, after 6 weeks, I thought, yes, I can train. So I kept trying to do it, and then my wrist kept going. I'm like, it's still going, man. So it took another year, year and a half. Because I didn't fight again until back in 2019. And yeah, that was the first like challenge really. Because I couldn't do what I love properly. And I had to build up my strength from scratch. It was just a headache, man, because I just wanted to keep going.
Does it sit in your head as well, like afterwards, like fighting, knowing your wrist could potentially go again? Like, does that sit there?
Yeah, at first, yeah, because it's just like, is it gonna go again? Because it only properly healed about not long before I turned pro. Then I got injured again, but I'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, you know, my momentum just got cut then. And now I've got to get back to normal life again. I'm mainly working, and obviously being a new dad and all that stuff. So yeah, because I wasn't used to that. Everything's been work, training, fight. Yeah. Whereas now I'm just working and training, but then my training's got to stop and got to do the boring stuff like just run or whatever. It gets in your head when I'm thinking.
You felt like you stalled.
Yeah. Because I don't know when I'm gonna start back. When my wrist was meant to be alright 6 weeks ago, and now I still can't lift a kilo kettlebell or dumbbell, can't do press ups, can't do pull ups, can't punch. So being young at the time, I could have used that to work on other things. But it's like, I'm a boxer, I want to box, I want to work towards boxing things, so I can't really train properly. But after that, things started picking up again, and then I got in camp with AJ.
How was that? How did that come about? You doing a camp with AJ?
He was training with my amateur coach at the time.
Okay.
And he kept asking about me. He was like, I want to work with the big guy.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I still remember, but I didn't think it was real. I thought he was just being nice and saying that to like motivate me.
Yeah.
And he's like, he kept telling me every session, because as I'm starting to get back my momentum and be able to punch, like, he's letting me know, the big man's asking for you, he wants to get some rounds with you and stuff. And I'm like, let's go. And he's like, nah, man, we gotta see how we can first, make sure everything's alright. And tell me again, the big man was asking about you today. He was looking around, watching our training back and so. And I thought, he's just trying to like
motivate you, build you up, yeah.
Like, he ain't really asking. He's probably like saying, how's you everywhere or whatever. And then one day he called me and he said, look, you're gonna be sparring AJ on Monday. So we'll go up there, we get some tech work and whatever, do a bit of fitness, and just going from there. I was like, I want to train alongside him. Like, I didn't know it was meant to be sparring and stuff like that. I just thought, I'm just gonna be there with him. Got doing a lot of tech work. We started about 10 and we finished at like 2:30, 3 o'clock. And I thought, I was dripping, drenched in sweat. And I thought, this is him out of camp. And like, it's taking over work. I thought, that's levels, man. That's levels. Like, this is just an easy technique.
Yeah, he's just going through the motions, isn't he?
And it's just going and going and going and going. We ain't even counting rounds, it's just, we're just going. But it really hit me then. Because I ain't been fighting and stuff, thinking where, I don't know what the map is for my boxing.
How do I get to there?
Should I turn pro soon? Should I try just keep going with the amateurs? Should I try this? I'm stuck. And he sat down on the end of the ring and he was like, he said, how long have you been boxing for, man? I was like 2 years now. Like 2.5 years, 3 years. And he was like, he said, you're good, I thought, he's trying to motivate me again. He was like, listen, he said, the way how you moving and stuff, and like, how do you do this, how do you do that? And it went register me, and I'm thinking, the world champion's asking me how I'm doing stuff. That's big. That's big, man. And then, just got to know him. He was a cool guy. And he's like, I want you to come down and train with me weekly. And I pay you and everything. And I thought, shit, asking me to come train and you're going to pay me. And that's the first time I've got anything from boxing. Like, everything's been for free.
Yeah.
Just go to championships, you go to spa, whatever. Everything's just, it might get your fuel covered, but it's doing it for the love, man. So now I'm getting paid. And I'm working with the world champion. And then from there, he's like, I want you in the official camp. So we're going to start in about 3-4 weeks. And we want you there. I was like, what? This is sick. I can't believe it, man. And things went quiet for a bit, and then they shouted at me, because I didn't think it was going to happen. So I weren't being told nothing then. And obviously my friend was training with me every day, getting me out there, and he was like, you're going to be training with AJ, and you got to make sure you're ready. So we're going on runs, flipping ice and everything. It was sick, man. And I got the call and I was like, you ready to start camp, big one? I was like, this is going to be proper. We got there, and there's all these guys that I used to watch on TV, like Brian Jennings, Gerald Washington, Fraser Clark, Martin McCauley, there's like David Adelaide, all these other heavyweights, Fabio Wardley, AJ himself, and just like, shit.
How was it sparring, AJ?
It's good, man. Good, big eye opener, and it let me know my level.
Yeah.
It's like, you're in here with the world champion, and you ain't holding back, and you're there with him. And then, like, when his friends and stuff, or like any of his associates come in the gym, he's gassing me up and he's telling me, come here, Jose. I'm thinking, rah, he's bigging me up. This is sick. thinking, yo, I must be doing something right, man. And they'd shout me on there on social media and stuff like that as well. And yeah, man, it was good. And that really made me realise now, you know, I want to turn pro. At the time, I didn't know it was a bit of a rush. I just wanted to turn pro. In lockdown, amateur boxing's on the standstill. It's only pro athletes that can train. The only reason I'm training is because I'm with the pros. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's time to go for it. And yeah, got signed up. Signed with Wasserman. And then before, not long before my debut, it was at my son's birthday, and the dog was being a flipping nutcase, running around, going on crazy. And then we had food at the back of the kitchen, and we had the door open and stuff. And he kept running in, skidding, and sprint out, bomb around, run back in. So rather than knock everything over, I thought, let me catch him. But he's coming at a funny angle, and he's caught my thumb. And I was torn the 2 ligaments and broke the bottom of my thumb. And obviously, that slowed down my camp a lot. Because I couldn't spar, and again, I couldn't do no heavy strength work. And I had 2 spars in that whole camp, and one of them only done 2 rounds. And so I could fight, we just
save it for fighting.
Save it for the fight.
It's mad you did a whole camp with AJ, didn't get injured, and then your dog took you out.
Listen, you see that dog here? Put me through some shit, man. Put me through some shit. But yeah, it was good because obviously that was a dream. Turn pro, get started, and there it was, man.
Yeah, so now pro boxer.
It is.
And what's it like fighting on the big stage?
It's good. Like I say, it's what I've envisioned. Needs to go better. I need to be busy and need to be active. But yeah, man, it's special. That's what I like doing. Just being out there in the ring, me against you. We just put in a performance, get the win, move on to bigger things. And I like fighting. That's why I'm doing it. But then I've come to understand boxing a lot more and appreciate what comes with it. Yeah, it's just fun, man, to experience it. Just like, you know, being in an arena full of people and you're fighting, and it's good, man. I just want more of it. I want to be in my hometown, experiencing that some electric atmosphere, and you know, it will come, man.
Yeah, what's the plans moving forward with your boxing?
Get active, get busy. I haven't fought for 2 years. Some bullshit. So basically, I haven't even spoken this for 2 years because I don't like to, you know, until things are over the line.
Yeah.
I don't like talking about them. But it's just at that point now. It needs to be said. Because I keep getting asked the same question. Anytime anyone sees me, when you fighting? How come you ain't fought? When you out next? What? And it's just I keep explaining it. So I was in camp. I was getting ready to fight the Scottish champion. I was in Daniel Dubois' camp at the time for the Gerard Miller fight. So it was good. I was there for like 5 weeks. Getting rounds in like 3 times a week. But because I'm in London, normally I'd go to when you get your boxing medical done, you got to do your brain scan, eye tests, your medical form, your bloods, your Hep B vaccines and stuff like that. But there's a place that, you know, there's different centres that do it all in one. Because I'm in London, I got to get it dotted all over the place. So I had my brain scan done in Manchester. That was the only place that had it like within the time. Got my eye test done in Luton. Got my bloods and stuff done in London, down at Harley Street. And yeah, just all over the place. And the easiest thing that I had to do is just get my medical form signed out. That's the most simple thing. But I went to my normal GP. She didn't fill out the form properly. And then I had a operation on my eye, on my orbital floor. And she put that in there. Remember, that's never been declared because it doesn't have to. The one question come up and they say, have you got like a career-threatening injury or something like that, something serious. I haven't, you know, so there's no need to put anything down. But because she's never done a boxing medical before, She sent it for, oh, you got to declare like any kind of operation or something. Just like, oh yeah, what's this? I'm like, you don't need to bother with that, the sleeve. It's just, if you put anything there when it's not been put before, it's gonna look like something new. You're gonna open up a can of worms. Don't bother with it. No, I do it for my what do you call it? Like for hair job.
Yeah, cover around back.
Yeah, cover around back. So it's like, no, I have to pull it. I'm going back and forth. I'm not trying to argue with a woman and make her feel pressured. So I'm just saying, just do what you gotta do. Please clarify that it's not current and it doesn't affect me, because all my brain scans have been fine till now. Eye tests, bloods, everything's fine. I've got no hidden injuries anywhere. But it's been proven, so don't put nothing now. So what she does, sends it off. Yeah, I'll make sure I clarify it. And I got a call the next day from my manager. He said, oh, you're a good big man. He said, the fight's not happening. I was like, huh? He's like, yeah, the boxing board won't sanction it because of this new injury. I was like, what new injury, man? And before we did the email, it showed it, and it's got the form, like she photocopied the form, and all it had is Hosea Stewart, Newcastle Hospital, over the floor, surgery, and had no date on it, no note to say that, I've just put this here as precaution. I don't understand the question or whatever, just sent it like that. So obviously they're seeing no date or anything, it's just Hosea surgery. From having a surgery while I'm fighting. So yeah, they're like, oh yeah, we can't sanction it. So I had to prove that I haven't got an injury. So I had to go back and wanted all of my medical records from everything from birth till now. If I've been in the hospital or had a serious doctor's appointment, I've got to prove that. So I had to do that. The hospital ain't just got it there, so they've got to go in their database and it's got to process a few weeks. So again, that's obviously that fight's gone. Finished the camp with Dubois anyway while that's happening. And as soon as that's come through, they're like, alright then, you prove you ain't got any injury, but now you need to do the phone with the doctor. But then she's gone to some holiday or whatever in America for a few weeks. Then turned out it ended up being 2 months. And I was like, I'll just go somewhere else. And it's like, nah, it has to be with the same doctor. So obviously I had to wait till she gets back. And when she got back, she went straight in. So I had to wait again and wait till she's back taking appointments or whatever. Then she's done it again and hasn't done it properly again. But yeah, from that there was just like, it matches all your old medical, so yeah, that's fine. But now you've got to do an extensive eye test and done that. Remember, none of this is free.
This costs money as well.
None of this is free. Yeah. I ain't fought at that point now. I ain't fought for 8 months. So like, I'm getting a little bit of change from sparring, but that's just like, to cover expenses. And
you gotta live as well, ain't you?
I know I've gotta live. I know I've got 2 kids. Yeah. So it's and then they're like, oh, yeah, that should be fine. After you do that, there's nothing else, and then you can reapply and do your medical and get your license. Then after that, it's like, oh, you gotta see this cardiologist. You gotta cover this and that and really. So again, it's not free. Do that. And then it's like, oh, you gotta do this. It's got to the point now, it's been 2 years where, I'm about to put it to them and say, if it goes on again, this is 2 years out of my career that I'm never gonna get back. 2 years out of my career where I haven't earned a penny from boxing. Like, I've been in camps, luckily, but my career's not progressing. I'm just here eating away any kind of money I've got to try to keep me afloat and do all these different things. So that's been beyond frustrating because it's something so simple and something so no one can believe it.
Yeah. So what's the time limit on this now?
There ain't no really. But now it should be. I've been told again because I had to tell them that it's gonna have to go forever because, like I said, that's 2 years out of my career. That's gone.
You ain't getting that back.
Never gonna get that back. That's done. That's gone. Slipped away. And 2 years of earning, that's gone again. I'm never gonna get that back. Potential fights and stuff.
Yeah, the Saudi money's about as well.
That's what I mean. All these camps that I've been in, they've been impressed with what I'm doing. They like what I'm doing. They keep calling me back. In that time, luckily, and that's why I got big them up. Dubois, I've been in 4 camps with him since then. And I've been in 4 camps with Dillian since then. And if it weren't for them, well, I've been in with Johnny Fisher as well, and like a few other guys.
Yeah.
They've had me in camp, locked away for like 4 or 5 weeks, and that's been keeping me going and reminding me why I'm boxing. Because if not, I would have just been at home thinking, when can I do it? When can I do it? And then I get, you get wrapped up in work and real life, because if boxing is there, then something else that's there. So yeah, it's been real frustrating.
Yeah. It's the British boxing board, though, innit? They are very, very strict. Very strict.
I ain't gonna say too much,
but they are strict. They are there to protect the fighter, so they are strict, rightly so.
If you know what, I'd understand it if like the first bit, when there's no information there, we need to see that. You ain't trying to, because rightfully so. If you lie about not having a fracture or something, and you go in and flipping your face gets caved in or your brain swelled, that's on them. So I understand that. But once it's all been proven and everything's fine, now they're just taking the piss to come down back and you've got to do this now. All right, this is the last thing. All right, now you got to do this, and it's like you're building yourself up, and then it's deflated again.
Yeah.
And these things don't just happen as well. You got booking, you got to wait, and it's a pain in the ass. And it's just a few times I've been there and I'm thinking, even though it's something so minor and petty, because of all the bullshit scores, is it even gonna happen? Because 1 minute it's like, yeah, last thing, something else. And people don't even believe it until they know the full story. It's like, yo, what are you doing? Why aren't you fighting? Or why aren't you trying to fight? So, yo, shut the fuck up. What do you think I'm doing?
I've interviewed enough lads. I know what the board's like from this.
It's like, yo, especially something, so like I said, if there was anything there, I can understand, because nobody wants to see someone collapse in the ring or die or get hurt. It's just going to tarnish the reputation and cause a whole shitstorm. So that's cool, but once it's proven, just get on with it, man. I've been on standstill, but luckily these guys get me in their camps. They trust me because they know about me, and that keeps reminding me
why you're doing
why
it.
I'm staying into boxing, why I can't just leave it, because I'm there. And I speak to them on a level, and I'm like, what? Be real with me. What do I need to do to get to your level where, Glass is a world level fighter or a title contender? And they always say the same thing, there's boxing wise, there's nothing we can tell you really. Feel like I'm in there with the people I'm preparing for, and that's a big serious. It's you're saying I'm at the world level already, but they always say, the experience, just get busy, and they want to offer me opportunities and get on their shows and stuff, but I don't even know what's going on with my career at that point. And I feel like an idiot come to say, when they're talking to we got this show coming up, or we can chat to this one and that one. I'm like, I still ain't got my license. And I'm thinking,
yeah, because Dillian White's good like that as well, and he puts a lot of lads on.
You know what? Dillian's a good guy, man. And you hear a lot when people say, he's like this and he's like that. Like, nothing but respect for him, because you go there, if you give him work and you're respectful and stuff, they'll have you back and they'll look out for you. And even when you spar, remember, I'm no one to. Dillian was actually the first big name that kind of followed me, and that was leading up to the GBs and stuff, so I'll never forget that as well. And shout me out, wishing me good luck as well. And he got me in his last, other than that, his last fight with the Tama, he got me in every camp since the Jermaine Franklin fight, and just been in and out since then, sorting me out. And same with Dubois, took me to Brazil and everything. After that camp, I was in for the AJ fight as well. Yeah, that's when he took me to Brazil. So I went out there training and that, just sorting him out and looking after me. And they tell me, they're like, yo, you need to be where we are.
I'm
thinking, shit, this is coming from them, And it's like, nah, I can't tell them.
Doesn't have a license in now.
Serious.
Have you looked at other licenses like Bieber?
Probably be a last resort. Well, fingers crossed.
The British
I've heard it from them
confirmed.
again that things should be all good, but man, that's just been these last 2 years. It's been good though at the same time. Like I said, I've had to remind myself why I'm here,
Mm-hmm.
and I deserve to be here and what I should be doing. But at the same time, it's also reminding me who and what I need around me
Yeah.
and how my team needs to operate. When I first turned pro, things was good, and like, you know, I had a good deal and everything, and I'm getting out, kind of regular, but surrounded by donuts and realistically, people that weren't really in it for me, was no interest. Everything had a gain towards that, you know, being with me. The amount of people I've gave flipping promoters numbers and managers and put them onto this person, that person. Never get a thank you or a shout out or anything. I ain't expecting that either. Because I'm the type of person, if you do good by me, I'm going to do good by you.
Mm-hmm.
If you help me, I'll help you. I help you, you help me. It's just, you know, I'm not expecting it, but we just do that naturally. And you think, you know, it comes back to what you told as a kid, oh, treat people like I'm between.
Yeah.
But I've realised boxing's worse than the Rosen. At least on the Rosen, you're doing whatever. You know, I can't really trust you. You can't trust me. But we're going to shake hands, work with what we're doing to get to where we're getting. And you might try to stab me in the back. But, you know, so you keep your eyes out for them kind of things, and people know how to operate.
Expect it.
If you rob me, I'll rob you, or whatever. In boxing, everyone's a good guy. Yeah, I want to see you do well. Shake your hand, tap you on the back. Yeah. Party team. And these times they're behind you, you know, sowing the poisonous needles and you know, putting out these words and shit. And people have come to me, like I've had people around me chat shit behind closed doors to try cover their own backs in a way, but they're doing it in rooms for the people that know me, but they don't know that.
Yeah.
And they're not anticipating that people are gonna come to me and say, "Oh, ain't they meant to be with you?" Well, why? They're saying this, and this, and that happened because of that. And it's like, oh, and you start realizing who and what people are about. You stop trusting people, which is you can't really, because. But I've learned pro boxing, it's not a sport, it's a business, it's entertainment.
It's a dirty business.
Yeah, it's a red light district of sports, and so you can't really go in there thinking, yeah, I'm going to do my best, I'm going to be a good guy and good things happen. It's not like the amateurs. Even amateurs is a bit, you know, it's who you know kind of and whatever. But if you're doing good, nobody can deny that. Whereas with pro boxing, it's who you know, who likes you, what tickets you sell, what kind of business you can bring them. Like, you know, everything's got an angle, and you got to be able to approach it correctly, or you'll get swallowed up in it. But at the same time, you got to be a certain kind of crazy to be in boxing, because I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a scumbag business.
Man, let's talk about a few boxers. Like Dillian White, I've obviously seen him on interviews, followed his career. He's like he's very equal to Derek Chisora, I think. Like mentally, he's like out there in it. He don't care. He says out how it is. Obviously, he's a nice guy. He's respectable on interviews. Where do you think he's at now in his career?
He's at a time where he's able to cash in, rightfully so.
Yeah, he deserves it.
It's a sticky one because he went on a mad run.
He was fought by the WBC though, wasn't he? He was mandatory for what, 2-3 years?
I mean, what did he win now? Like 13, 14 fights on the bounce. Stayed number one for like 5 years. And he didn't get his shot, man. Again, because his face don't fit.
Because he says how it is.
He's not the he's not the poster boy. So
yeah.
We don't need to push that fight. We can do this and that, and get round it, and you know. And then when the time does come, it's just not the right time. Like, you know, it's madman. So yeah, at a stage now where he's fought most of the best that he needed to fight in his generation for AJ, Povetkin, Parker, Chisora, Fury. For the next generations, Suppose Great, Moses, and a lot of other guys in between. So it's like, yeah, I think now is at a point where cash in, man, get them fights that are gonna secure the rest of your life so you can do what you're doing.
Like Dubois.
Yeah, man, again, Daniel's the same age as me, so I've got an 8-year plan where I want to get a lot done. Daniel's still at that top level and he's active, so there's any fight there for him really. that other than Usyk, there's no one really in the top 10 that I look at and be like, he shouldn't fight him.
Yeah.
They're all good fights. So that's what I mean. It's mad because I see a lot of people say, oh, boxing's on its ass at the minute. Oh, there's no heavyweights. So if you actually look into it and what the fighters, like, you know, what they're about.
Yeah.
Good crop.
They're all still capable, even though a lot of them are in the mid-30s now and coming towards the end of the career. Like we said, might land that punch.
Yeah.
These guys are dangerous boys, man.
Serious.
But did it surprise you with Dubois and AJ? Did that fight surprise you?
Yes and no. Could have went either way. Obviously being in camp with Daniel, I see what he's doing, how he trains. You know, the man trains like a beast, but obviously being in camp with AJ, I know how he trains.
Because you've basically been in camp with both of them at the peaks.
Yeah. And yeah, I thought maybe AJ's experience might come through, but Daniel's just one of them people you can't write off, man. 'Cause when he touches people, yeah, you see the effect, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, all them camps that I've been in, there's been many aspiring partners that have been touched, they've done a dance and that's come out early. And I'm like, oh, the extra rounds. But it's so good, man, because again, it's a confidence booster for me because it's like,
you're still there.
Seeing all these top guys and other prospects come in and stuff, and they're getting put out, and then I'm getting in there, and I'm giving him work, man. And even these people are coming out the ring and they're saying, yo, this is the level, and you're there. And it's just, you know, gives you all the confidence.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you tell you, it's true, man, because I seen the development pin in Dubois. Because I sparred him in his last camp for McGuigan, when he was down at Shea McGuigan's. Obviously, he was dangerous then, but he wasn't as fluid. He could get away from the punches. Whereas when he linked up with Dan Charles, his confidence was booming. He's slipping shots, he's moving around, he's fainting.
He got Mayfield as well, didn't he?
You know, sometimes through the spar, I got a laugh confidence king, yo, levels, like he's tuck it up, man. And I spar him again in the next camp, and he's tuck it up again. I'm thinking, So when it comes to that AJ fight, I knew like his determination was, he was just fully locked in, man. It was good because I'm seeing it day by day. I was training week by week. I was pushing himself, and again, you just gotta take that experience and try to apply it for myself.
Yeah. Obviously, this is going to be out February, but AJ, Jake Paul.
AJ should absolutely deal with him.
What do you think if AJ wins on points? What do you think that's going to do to AJ?
Yeah.
His legacy.
For me personally, nothing. It just is what it is. He might go in there. You don't know how he's approaching it. He might go in there and just think, you know what, give them a show as long as they get the win.
He might want the 8 rounds under his belt.
Yeah, he might go in, try to kill him, and he might not go, and then it might look a bit. You should have took him out, but at the same time, you can't knock Jake Paul. I know he's not. Everyone will say, he's not a real boxer, and he ain't for real boxers. He trains better than most world champions.
He's doing his thing.
The man probably trains flipping however many times a day. He's got the perfect facilities in his own home. He's got all the coaches and everything around him, all the nutritionists. And you have seen his development and seen how quick I developed myself. Because like I said, I shouldn't have even been in the championships and anywhere near them guys. Because I always said, even though it was like five months apart, from my first fight to like my 7th fight, I would have topped myself out because just from my experience and confidence and everything. So if you've been training for X amount of years and you've got all that prep and everything's done meticulously and you're getting all the best sparring and recovery, he could easily develop and be at a decent level. I think he's at a decent level, but realistically, seeing what AJ's done to the top heavyweights that have been in there with him and just how heavy his hands are, ridiculous.
And the weight difference.
And that AJ is a natural super heavyweight. He's above 92 kilos, always 6'6", packed full of muscle. Jake Paul was what, 5'10"?
Yeah.
5'9", 5'10".
Cruising.
Probably naturally a welterweight, but blowing up. Not for trying to be a big man.
Yeah.
So
It's a win-win though, isn't it, for Jake
Yeah.
Paul in reality? He's
Well,
earning
yeah.
money, he's in there with AJ, whether he does 8 rounds or 3 rounds,
Mm.
he can say, you know how he's going to spin it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's going to say, yeah, he landed a few punches on AJ, he troubled him and all that shit.
Yeah. So, fair play to them.
Yeah, they're getting the
So
money,
it's all
they
about-
can't not the money.
Secure that legacy for after. They can go put that into business. They can slap that in an account for their kids and it won't even touch their daily living. Like, you know,
Yeah.
so all sorts can do, and that's what you want to get out of it. Most importantly, win and have something to look back on. But you got to secure that future. Man.
I hope AJ does do him within 2
Mm.
rounds.
Hopefully, that boxing we need that.
Yeah, it will.
It definitely will. Like you say, it's a win-win for Jay. If he loses, it's AJ. He's a real heavyweight.
I was always going to lose.
Yeah, I was always going to lose. But if he wins, I just topple the giant. Talking about you lot said I wear this and that. So it's good for him. But with AJ, if he loses, you know, he's lost against some of the best in the world. And people go, oh, he shaped her. So if you lose to a YouTuber, the way people are going to try to crucify him.
I think if he goes to points with him and wins on points, I think he'll get crucified.
Even that, everyone's going to have something to say. But me being a boxer, I know business-wise, he might try and give it a little show. As long as I secure the win, give them a show, make it last and generate a bit of talk, because talk's money. But he should, from a boxing standpoint, he should go in there
For business.
Clean him out, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, it's interesting. Let's
Well,
see.
mate, last couple of questions. Men's mental health. Why do you think men ain't talking, opening up?
Because we're just at the start of opening up, so it's still foreign to a lot of people.
Would you feel comfortable opening up?
No, not really. I'll be completely honest with you.
Why not though?
It's not normal to me. I've never.
But you've grew up with sisters, emotional, talking.
Yeah, but even then, it's just like, oh, just get on with it, man. What are you moaning for? And yeah, and then obviously, even like the world. Like, I'm not saying like my family's cold and no one talks, because the world talking. Oh, you know, this is bothering me, or that's bothering me, or I'm stressed about this. Like, you know, they all like have heart to hearts and stuff, but especially me being the only male, I've always felt like, right then, I have to be the rock. I have to stay strong. I can't be folding and flipping, stressing and crying and, you know, feeling overwhelmed with everything that's going on. I just got to find a solution, get on with it, and move on to the next. And
why is that still the mindset now?
no, I do try. I'm telling lies, I don't try. But I should try and, like, you know, if anything's getting on. Yeah, even with these last couple of years with boxing, start someone to say, oh, it's eating away at me or whatever. But I don't do that, because it's just, I've always looked at it, if I talk about it, I might release it a little bit, but is the problem still going to be there? Yeah. So I've just got to think about what I've got to do, this and this, tick off that one, okay, that's done, now I can focus on this, rather than, I try not to be stressed. Even when I box, I look like I don't give a shit, because it's just, I'm trying not to, I'm tired, you know, it's just, I'm normally like straight face, and if I'm tired, you won't know. I've never been, but touch wood, if I've ever been hurt, you shouldn't know. Like, you know, anything that I'm going through or planning to do or whatever, you shouldn't be able to read me. And I feel like I carry that through just how I am in person. I just don't try.
Do you think as well, like, obviously you're an intimidating guy, as happy and as pleasant as you are, you're an intimidating guy. Professional boxer, people are going to get this perception of you straight away. As soon as they hear about you, they're going to see you, hear about you, scary motherfucker. And then do you think if you opened up, people would think different of you?
You know what? I'll be real with them. I ain't concerned about what people
That's good.
see me as.
I don't care about myself.
Because it's like, from young, I've always had a label there. I'm too friendly, or I'm too scary, or I'm violent, or I'm this, or I'm that. I've always had a label there, so it's just, I think what you think, say what you say.
Yeah.
If you say it to me, that's different. I'm gonna react. But whatever you think, that's up to you. Well, me personally, I don't know, I just struggle. I even had to have a therapist learn how to ask for sponsors. It's just, I don't like asking. Not that I don't like it, it's just not normal for me to ask for help or ask you to do something for me. Because it's like, why should you? But you can't look at it like that because it's, you know, it's a kind of business thing. You get on my logos, I mean, you get your logo on the fight kit and this and that. It helps me train. The bigger I get, the bigger your company gets. And
we grow together.
And I always understood that, but it still got to go to someone, oh, would you mind sponsoring me and helping with this and that? And so, yo, just get on with it and try to do it, man. And yeah, the guy was like, oh, you can't do that. He said, this like, he kept challenging me. He's like, put a post out now and that's what I sponsor. It's like, how? He's like, just word it like this or like that and just ask. He's like, if you don't put it out there, no one knows. So someone might literally be there like, oh, I want to help him. I don't know how to. And then the minute I put it out there, people that I've known for ages, I didn't even know they have businesses and stuff. And they're like, oh, how do I do that? Let me help you out. Yeah, what would that do for you? And this and that. And he explained to them. And I thought, you know what? Sometimes you just need to put it out there, but yeah, I'm still getting there with putting my emotions out there. Because I still don't feel like, as now mind as it sounds, obviously I've actually lost some close people to myself, taking their own life, and I say to myself, oh, I wish you would have spoke, I wish you would have said something. But knowing from what I've seen myself as well, half the time people don't really care. Sometimes they're just, oh, how are you? Are you okay? Just to say something, but again, it's not really like, you know, whatever some people are going through, you might not have the answers there. Yeah, it might. It's a tough one, man.
Yeah, but that's the thing of being human, innit? We ain't always got the answers, but I'll listen. And I'd rather you fucking sit and waffle shit to me for 10 minutes or even cry than me being fucking sat at your funeral.
Yeah,
So I mean, you put your hands up in it, I don't know the answers, but...
Yeah. And at least some people no one can even keep an eye on you and try.
Exactly.
But for myself, because I know I'm not at that point, I don't feel like me putting my problems on you or on him or on her.
Bro, the amount of times I've heard that, like, you've got your own problems, you don't want my problems, the amount I've heard that.
Yeah, serious. It's like even my sisters, they go mad at me sometimes, and when they hear about what I'm dealing with and, like, you know, how busy I'm being because I've got to sort this and that. Like, why don't you tell us? I tell you what for. You've got all your stuff going on and you're stressing about this and that and that's bothering you, this is bothering you. Me then coming to you, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to sort out that, and this is bugging me, and I feel like this, and I feel like doing that. It's only gonna, especially with my family, how close they are, they're very, like, your problem then really does become theirs, especially like my mum. She's so passionate, so if I'm upset with something or stressed, she had stress a million times more than me, and it then becomes her problem, and I don't want to see that. So unless I can go to you and say, you know what, this is bothering me and that's bothering me, could you help me X, Y, Z, or could you help me do this? I don't want to bother you because it's just like, I don't know what to use. For an example of me telling you about something you...
Basically, you won't tell them unless they can help you, otherwise it's just your problem, isn't it, in reality?
Yeah, so
I know what you mean.
Rather than just put that stress on you, knowing that you can't do anything for me, why am I going to put that stress on you, especially when you're really close to me and you're worried about me or whatever? Then all it's going to do is eat away at you and, oh, he's got to do this or he's got to sort that or this is happening or something. So it's just like, you know what, I'm going to think about what I've got to do, what my problems are, what's bothering me, and I think about ways to sort it, then I'm going to try to execute them. If you can help, I'll talk to you and say, look, this, and this. I don't even want to ask you what, could you help with that, or, you know, I've got to go here or whatever, or something. It's different then, but yeah, just tell me about my problems. Oh, this is going on, that's going on. You're just going to sit there thinking, oh man, how is he? Or, you know, so I'd rather not put down people, I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
Because for my kids, if anything was bothering them, like, you know, when they're old, if they've got any problems or anything eating away at them, or got, you know, they're stressing about their parents or, you know, just any kind of stuff like that, I'd want them to talk to me. But yeah, I've got to learn that myself.
Yeah, you got to set their example, innit?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
You know, they got their mouth so,
Well, Matt, I could sit here and fucking talk all day. Anything to finish on.
yeah, just stay tuned for the comeback. Hopefully it's soon as we can get the ball rolling, get busy, and get some big fights back to the Midlands again. Bring the big boys down here.
Yeah, the heavyweights. Everyone loves a heavyweight.
Continue some exciting times. Maybe we'll be back here with more stories.
Yes.
Definitely.
My last question I'd like to finish on. I nearly forgot. I asked this everyone.
Mm.
You sat here today. All your knowledge, wisdom, experiences. You can go back to 13-year-old you. What would you say to yourself?
Many things, but yeah, I just tell myself to be a bit more aware of what I'm doing, be more aware of myself, how I'm perceived, and yeah, just anything that I want to do, any dreams I've got, just pursue it, man. Don't think about things too much, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do it, do it. If you want to try it, do it. And yeah, just experience what you got to experience. But yeah, I wouldn't change too much because then it would change me as a person.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But yeah, man, just be a bit more spontaneous, more aware.
Perfect, mate. Cheers for coming. I do appreciate it, brother.
All good.
And I hope to see you. Fuck, look at the size of man's. Fucking hell. Hope to see you in the new year, boxing, dropping people, and fucking being where you should be with the big boys.
Exactly, man. Saudi, baby.
Right, cheers, mate.
Thank you for listening to From Rock Bottom. If this episode spoke to you, please subscribe, like and share. It really helps us keep doing this work and bringing these stories to light. You can also follow us on social media for updates, behind the scenes content and ways to get involved in the conversation. Most importantly, if you're struggling right now, please don't suffer in silence. Reach out, talk to someone, seek support. You are not alone, and you are absolutely worth life. Take care, keep fighting, and we'll see you in the next episode.